Hey guys, welcome back to Blaze Diamonds. Thank you guys for tuning back in, and of course if you're new, welcome. I am glad that you decided to click on my video today, and I hope that you will enjoy yourself here today. So what I thought I would do today is show you guys the different kinds of storage that I do use when I'm kitting up any kind of project, whether it's a big canvas or just an special kind of project, you know, keychains, signs, just special projects like that. I kind of use different ways to kit up for that kind of stuff as well. So I wanted to show you guys, I have 10 different storage options type of thing that I'm going to share with you, and I'm going to put them in order. So the ones that I show you first are going to be kind of my least favorite, and then I'm going to save my most favorite for last, if that makes sense. So I have it all written down. You know, let me move these. I wrote it down in my little book here that I got. I got this as a free gift in one of my packages, and I loved what it said. So it's, may you be proud of the work you do, the person you are, and the difference you make. And it's just a little tiny notebook, and I thought this would be really nice to jot down my ideas for videos in here. So I have my, I guess I should show you this, right? I have my list written in here. I even have like some topics that I wrote down for my whip and chat that I filmed later this week. So yeah, I'm just gonna be kind of referencing my little list here so I can tell you where exactly these are from, why I like them, why I don't, if I even like them at all, so on and so forth. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So the first, trying to get to it, the first storage that I want to talk about, I'm actually going to move this out of the way so you can kind of not distracted as much. This is the first storage container that I bought, I believe. It was either this one or the next one I'm going to show you. It was one of the two. These I actually found in Walmart. They were in like the craft area, and they're like these round containers, and when I looked at them the first time, like in the store, I thought they were individually just stacked. I didn't pay close enough attention. So, and these are really hard to do sometimes. I end up cutting my thumb sometimes. But I didn't pay close enough attention to realize that they were attached together. Which, I mean, it's not a big deal, but it's kind of a pain. So, you know, you have to unscrew, like, if you want to get... I'm going to get to that in a second. But if you want to get to the middle one, you have to, like, open up all three of these. You know what I mean? So... and as you all heard, I can't stand that. That's like nails on a chalkboard to me. And you guys probably noticed I went silent for a second because it's just, it hit the wrong bell, you know? But I just don't like these. I mean, I still use them, especially when all my other storage is full. I will still use them, but it just drives me nuts. But I mean, if you're somebody who likes these, I'm not shaming anybody who might like using these kind of containers. I gotta snap these, hold on. There we go. I'm not shaming anybody who likes those. I mean, you do you. But I personally, for my own, you know, I don't like them. Alright. The next ones that I have are these little, like, I'm sure you all have seen these little, like, square boxes that have these 4 little cubes that are connected together, okay? I swear these might have been the first ones I bought. I can't remember, but I actually got these ones specifically at Hobby Lobby. I bought like 4 of them, I think I mean, I didn't buy them all at once, but I think I bought a total of 4 of them. From there, I do still use them. They're not bad. I know a lot of people don't like the fact that they're connected, but I use these a lot for like, again, the smaller kind of projects that aren't the big canvases, or I use it for run over. So like you can see some of my containers, I didn't have enough storage, so I kind of ran them over into these. So I use it for that as well. And I don't mind them. They're not my favorite, but they're okay, especially for the price. I think these were only like, oh God, I can't remember, but they're not that much. And I mean, you can grab a few of them, you know. So I think that these are kind of good containers for beginners even. Okay, and then my next one's here. I mean, it's funny that I'm showing this and saying that it's not my favorite, because you'll see why later on. But this specific container system is not my favorite, and you guys will see why. And I would like you to please ignore the sticker on the top. I could not get it off for the life of me, so it's ugly and I'm sorry, but yeah. These little log stickers, I used to put them on my containers before I started putting them in my journals and logbooks, and they don't like to come off. So please try and ignore that, because it bugs me too. This is just this round little storage container. Well, it's the container's square or rectangle, whatever, but the things inside are like the round jars. I'm so sorry if that is extremely loud, but this is what we have in here. So I have a really large kit. It's actually Fortune Teller, and I can't think of the artist name. Yeah, I have to, I want to say it's Claudia McKinney, but it'll be down in the description, the actual artist and everything. So, yeah, so I have like 3 different storage containers for this kit, because it's like 94 colors. And this was before I had my other storage that I'm going to show you later. So I have, you know, a lot of the colors in this, because this is a 60 container storage, but in here I only have 59, because when one of them arrived it had no lid, so I basically was shorted a container because it came with no lid. So I technically have 59. That's why it kind of looks weird, because there's like an empty spot, but it is what it is. This came from Temu. I got this last year, long time ago. Again, it was one of the first like bigger storage containers that I bought. And this was only like, this was like really cheap. I mean, it was from Temu, but the quality is horrible. I mean, this plastic right here is super thin. These storage containers, the plastic is really thin. Like, I can sit here and pretty much bend everything. I mean, maybe not this, but this, like, I can bend that. So it's just really thin. The jars don't close, you know, super easily, even though it looks like, I mean, you guys are seeing it through a camera, obviously, but they are kind of a pain. It's not, again, horrible, so if you're like on a really, you know, tight budget, I can understand like this, you know, like I am. I mean, this is perfect. If you were wanting to close it, I usually have to tilt it up like this in order to get it to snap, because if I try to snap it like this, it ain't gonna close. So yeah, I got these from Temu, and they're not horrible. Obviously there's the 2 others that I like less than this one, so, but it's still, I've worked my way up a little bit and it's moved its way down the list. Okay, then we have, let me see, making sure I'm going in order. We have these, and you'll have to excuse, you saw a little earlier, some of the containers have little labels like this with scribbles, because I can never get these off without, you know, the same situation happening like with the last container. So I usually just cross it out and leave it. If that makes me lazy or, you know, just trashy, I don't care. But this is another little storage container. I believe this holds 60 as well. And these are the Tic Tac containers. So this one, or this container specifically, I got from AliExpress, and because I had never bought anything off AliExpress before, I got like a really big discount. So I only paid like $1 and some change for this, where it was like normally in the tens, I think. I wasn't gonna say no, so the fact that I only paid $1 something for this, that's why I look past a lot of the stuff. So, I mean, these open and close really easily. The plastic is a little thicker on this. Now, the Tic Tac storage containers, I mean, they are a little flimsy, I'm not gonna lie. The plastic is super duper thin. I mean, but other than that, I don't mind it. I mean, the lids open super easily. I mean, you can shove 60 colors in one container again, and I don't really have a problem with this one. Minus the fact that I don't know why they would put a handle on this, especially with how thin and flimsy this is. But to each their own, I guess, maybe just for looks, but I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I've used these clearly, and I like them. Obviously, I didn't use them for a big enough kit, but I wanted to try them out, so I just put something small in here. And, excuse me. I mean, it worked out really pretty decently, so this is one of the containers that I would recommend, especially on a budget, and if you've never ordered from AliExpress before, you're going to get a good deal on these, so I do like those. And then, kind of similarly to those, I do have these Tic Tac containers. Whoops, I'm upside down. I have these Tic Tac containers. This set I actually got from Joann's fabric store. And these ones I like. So the case that they come in is like a really thick, kind of harder plastic. I don't know why I did that. Like, you're going to be able to hear the difference. So it comes in this container. And I think there was supposed to be one more, but then they were so impossible to get out of here that I had to take one out just so I had room to get my fat fingers in here. But yeah, so they're kind of placed in here like this, and then the plastic is much, again, you guys are not going to be able to hear the difference, but the plastic is a little bit thicker. Again, the lids are kind of the same as the other one, so I mean, either way, I don't mind the Tic Tac containers. I know a lot of people don't care for them because they don't hold a lot, but again, this kind of storage is good for smaller projects like keychains, if you do greeting cards, like Christmas cards, birthdays, all that stuff, hanging signs, jewelry boxes, storage boxes. There's so many different kinds of projects out there, but these would be good for that because usually there's not a lot of certain colors, maybe one, but you know, that's what these would be really good for, I think. So yeah, I got those at Joann's, and I'm gonna take a drink really quick because every time I talk, my mouth's getting drier and drier. So, all right. Then some of these, or these might surprise you as they are pretty much in the middle of my list, but I don't know, there's just something about them that they're not close to my top favorite. So, but I have, now, these are not real Elizabeth Ward. I got this off of Temu, so I call them the knockoff brand, but it was much cheaper than some of the Elizabeth Wards that you can buy on Amazon. So, yeah, like I said, I got these from Temu. I mean, obviously I can't compare quality because I've never bought the Elizabeth Ward containers, but for these being off of Temu, I'm not mad about it at all. So I do have another kit in here, of course. This one is for light meowgic, which I was doing before for the Diamonds in the Rough event, but then I ended up deciding not to continue with that for personal reasons, with everything that went on, so I'm not going to get into that again. But anyway, that's the kit that's in here. But I mean, the Elizabeth Wards are very popular in the diamond painting community. Obviously, they are really good. I don't have necessarily a complaint about them. It's not that I don't like them, it's just that I have other ones that I do prefer over this, and that's just my opinion. So, but if these are your favorite storage containers, I don't blame you. They are really good. I would imagine that the plastic on the real ones would be a little bit better, like the lid quality and stuff. I do know that some of the plastic on these little, like, the little grips for you to pull them out of the container, like the plastic's kind of broken on some of them. So, you know, I don't know if that's just a knockoff thing or if the Elizabeth Wards do that sometimes too. I wouldn't know. And yes, I have a sticker of Fortune Teller on here. It's one of my favorite pieces of artwork that I've ever seen. And with the fact that that kit came with so many colors, I had 2 sticker sheets. So I was able to cut it out and use it as a sticker. So that's why that is on there. So, do like those. They're just not my favorite. So now we're going to start getting into, let's see, my top 4 favorites. So, next would be this little, well, it's not little. I mean, I don't know. It is my 30 slot bag holder that I got from Miss Karen at OGK on Facebook. I talk about her all the time, but I just love her stuff. And of course, her stuff will be linked down below, of course. So yeah, I got this actually recently. I got this a couple days ago in the mail, and it's already up there because I do a lot of the like fancy little side projects, and I like kitting those up into Ziploc bags because sometimes I may, like for instance, the way that this is right now. Oops. What is happening here? Okay, there we go. For instance, I have keychains kitted up into these bags, which I still have quite a few to do. So if I, you know, do some of them and then I don't want to finish them at that moment, this is perfect for that because I don't have a whole storage container taken up or trays taken up. I can just put them in this bag holder. I also have, well, I have the little chains for the keychains in there. I also put my putty in here. These are from Buy Painting Sparkles on Etsy, and it's the only putty that I've tried so far, and I personally love it. So I have a few things of those. I have this one in a Ziploc because I ripped it and I don't want it to dry out. So I don't know if that's possible, but you know, I'd rather be safe than sorry. I do also have like these random, like this random train of diamonds. It's for actually a free sticker that Karen sent with my order, so I just stuck them in there. But I love this thing. I'm not sure of the exact color. I should have looked it up beforehand, but it's a gorgeous yellow. All right, so again, her Facebook page will be linked down below. She's known for her pens, but she does do 3D printed items as well. I know her husband helps her with that part, and he comes up with such cool designs. So, oh, this one I forgot to get to where I could reach it. Sorry, guys. My next favorite storage containers are the Harbor Freights. Now, I want you to take notice, these are not full of Harbor Freights. I have another container that is full of them, but this one's out on my table right now. I took some of the Harbor Freights out of here to stick them in the other box that I had, just to make it a little bit, you know, fuller, and the amount of colors that I needed for that, it just was fitting perfect. So there's like, I want to say like about 3 containers that are missing from here. That's why I have these other ones in here. So I'll show you what I mean. So this box in particular is a little funky. Sorry if you see dog hair, but it's okay. I don't mind it. So you guys should know what Harbor Freight containers look like. They're just like this. And these are great because they hold a lot of diamonds in one container. They're pretty decently priced. You get 24 containers for about $7, obviously from Harbor Freight. I do have some of these containers that are stuck together, so as you guys can see, I do have overflows in these. That's why I do like these as well. But yeah, I have an art dot kit in here that I've had that for so long. I think I bought it back when it like popped up as an ad, and I wanted to get it for one of the trays that they had because I didn't have that tray at the time. I'm not even gonna close that, but I have it over here off to the side because I have a kit in it that it's actually out on my table. All right, so I'm gonna move some of this stuff off. My next favorite storage is actually kitting up right into trays. I'm sorry if the table and the camera keeps shaking. I'm trying not to do that, but it's hard. So again, these trays are from OGK on Facebook, and I have 2 tray towers from her. They each hold 5, so I have 10 trays here. I eventually, of course, would love to get more. And I will, of course, work my way up to that. I'm not going to just buy a bunch at once because that's kind of crazy. But, yeah, so these are the 2 towers I have. They're both in the same color, purple, which is amazing. And then if I turn it this way, I'm hoping that, okay. And then these are the tray colors that I have. So one of them, I had all lime green trays, and I just kind of changed it up to make it look kind of cool. It might be kind of like, really, to you guys, but you know, that's okay. So but yeah, I have a special project kitted up into here right now. It was exactly 10 colors, so I put it right in my trays, and that was kind of silly. But yeah, I mean, they all have lids. I just put the diamond straight in here and then throw the lid on, and then I just put the label directly on here. Alright, sorry if you heard that siren. So yeah, I really like kitting up into trays. I'm finding it easy to do. I can just have my project, you know, sitting right here, and I can just pull a tray right out. Well, this one I have to be careful with because the lid is a little loose. Sometimes I go to pull it and I'm just pulling out the lid, but you know, that's just minor, like, that's just me bitching, okay? Let's just be real. Let's just be bitching, but you know, it is what it is. But I love having them right here next to my bag holder. I can just keep all the small projects like out in the open, or I can grab it and use it. So I'm gonna put this stuff back up here because I need to be able to get to this thing. My number 1 favorite storage is my art dot storage, and this one is the 120 slot container. A really good friend of mine that I met, she's not a creator in a sense. I met her on social media through Instagram, but that's where that starts and ends. She's not like me in that way. She doesn't post stuff all the time. It's more like personal, and she just shares her love for it. So, but she gifted this to me, and she gifted it to me in the green. She's like, I don't know if you're gonna like the pattern, but I know you like green, so she gifted this one to me, and I don't mind the animal. I mean, I love animals, so why would I say no to that? And I hope you guys can see this. Let me check. Okay, cool, you can. All right. I wanted to make sure I was kind of centered somewhat so you can see this, but yeah, so I was gonna open it. Let me turn this around. So I have 3 kits in here right now, and it kind of looks a little funky right here because I have another container. I'm trying not to knock everything around. I have another random container in here with leftovers. Don't ask me, I just do. So yeah, there's a little, like, what is this called? A mesh pocket in front. And then we have the containers. So up top right here, I have the painting Nuzzling Wolves in. I'm doing that one for the Just Breathe 2024 event. that Heather over at Diamonds and Dragonflies is hosting, along with Shell, who is the owner of Black Dahlia Diamond Art on Etsy. So I believe that she's the one who's helping Miss Heather, so I think that's awesome. But I have the kit that I'm doing for that event up top right here. And I am going to be filming whip and chats with it for the event, kind of just keeping up with mental health topics. And then, so yes, there's 60 containers up top and then 60 containers on the bottom. So down here, I have all the way to here. So if you exclude these four and then over, this is for my Moon over Hogwarts painting that I'm going to be doing as well during May for the Wizarding World DP-Along. I haven't really read up on the event much recently because it was posted a while ago, but I will put all the info for that event down below, who's hosting it, and their Instagram links and everything, so you can check it out if you want. But I have that kit in here ready to go. That one, or that event, starts on May 2nd, which is the Battle of Hogwarts. Is it May 2nd or May 5th? Oh my god, I'm such a poser. No. I'll fix it. It'll all be down below, like I said. So I have that in here, and then all of these from here all the way over is paint gem. So again, a gift from my friend. I love the paint gem kit. I think it's so cute. I love having that, you know, just available and ready. I have those up here. Let me get them out really quick. So I've done these three so far. Oh, I guess I should say it's the Black Magic edition. I don't know if I said that already, but it is the Black Magic edition. So I've done these three so far, and yes, I've cut them down because that's just what I do. I want to kind of put them in a frame together, so that's what my mindset was. And then I have the rest of them. If you guys have seen the Black Magic edition, then you already know what these look like. I guess I'll just kind of go through them really quick. If you haven't seen it, it's really cute. Definitely one of my vibes, for sure. So, and then another thing I also keep in the top, like I was pointing out with this, I keep my extra diamonds for the kits that I'm kitted up for in here as well. It's just easier to reach for, and it's all in one place. And I'm gonna be honest, I might put this in a baggie just so that way the container closes properly, because I don't want to rip or ruin anything with this container. So yeah, I'm not positive on how much it is. I haven't looked it up, but I will of course link I'll put a direct link to this container down below. But these are like one of the best round container things I've ever seen, and it's awesome. Like I really have no complaints. I would love to get some of the bigger ones. I would never get the 420 size just because that's a little crazy, especially for the space that I have. But I would love to get the 240. I think that would be a nice one step up, would give me the opportunity to even get bigger kits if I wanted to, which eventually I want to do a high color count kit that's even more than Fortune Teller. Fortune Teller is my highest count so far. Oops, I should put my paint gems back. But yeah, I highly recommend these. Because if you get like the 120 kit per se, and you're somebody who just, you know, you're not going to be buying big color count canvases or whatever, I think that this is like the perfect middle size to get, because they have a 30 count, a 60 count, the 120, the 240, and the 420. I don't believe there's one in between those two. Like, I don't think there's a 360, but I'm not positive. But I will link, like I said, I'll put the direct link for this. I can't talk today. I'll put the direct link for this down in the description, but I'll also put just the regular art.website along with that, because I personally, if you're not into getting this size, I want to be able to link that so you guys can look at other things that they have, because they have kits, diamond painting kits. They have a few designs on there. They have like drawer storage. They have a ton of things. I think that it's really good. So that's all of my storage containers that I personally have, and in the order that I would recommend them to people. You know, the cheaper alternatives, of course, are just as good. I'm not down talking the storage in a, like, I'm not meaning to, is what I'm trying to say. I know that they're great options for budget friendly, you know, there are budget friendly options for people. Geez, wow, like Heather would say, words are hard today. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. The last thing I wanted to include was I did finish the butterfly from my last video, my whip and chat. I did finish the butterfly. I finished it pretty much not even 30 minutes after I stopped filming that video. But yeah, we have a beautiful butterfly hanging sign, or I don't know, would you guys call this like just a sign, or I guess a sun catcher? Yeah, I think sun catcher is better. But yeah, so I did finish that. I wanted to show you guys. So yeah, again, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I guess I will put my adorable little mat back down with my butterfly, so you're not just looking at a white whiteboard. Yeah, so I will put a link for this mat down below. I think it's one of the best things I have purchased. It holds everything in place. I don't have to worry about my pen rolling off the table. If I need my tray to stay put, it does that perfectly. It helps protect my canvas if I want to, you know, if I worked in this corner and I don't want to put my arm in the diamonds, I can put this right over it and it'll help protect them. Awesome. And these were made by Jonathan and Sarah over J&S Makes Stuff on Instagram, and of course Jonathan's diamond painting and stuff here on YouTube. Those will be linked. He deserves way more subscribers than he has. He's just the sweetest, so I will say that. And I will link the events down below. Like I said, I'll also link Heather at Diamonds and Dragonflies. I will link the event Facebook group, her Facebook group, and her YouTube and Instagram. I will have all of that down below if you guys want to check her out as well. She's amazing as well. Her mental health series has really helped get me through a lot of the stuff, to know that, you know, not everybody's alone out there. And I think it's great. So all that will be linked, like I keep saying. I'm not all there today, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, so there will also be links to my personal Facebook group that I'm trying to start, my Instagram, and my link for Buy Me a Coffee if you guys would like to make a small donation. It's $5 increments to my channel. I would love to be able to put more content out for you guys and be able to have better content for you guys, and any donations would go right back into that, of course. So I would greatly appreciate it, as long as you guys know it is not expected at all. I would just, if you guys decide to, I greatly appreciate you. Please give me a thumbs up. That does, of course, help get my videos kind of out there a little bit more. And subscribe. I would love to have you guys be a part of the Blaze Diamonds family, and let's see if we can, you know, grow together, shall we? Again, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys, of course, in my next video. Bye.